Hello and welcome back to another episode of Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to take a look at the Deluxe Edition Blu-ray release of The Iceman Cometh from 88 Films. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, like the video and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. So a very happy new year to you, and I hope that 2023 is going to be an amazing year. We've had a pretty crap couple of years since the start of the pandemic, and things are still trying to catch up, very much like Royal Mail, who once again managed to deliver this amazing title from 88 Films much later than expected. I started to see drips and drabs of people online coming up to Christmas and over Christmas with their copy already in hand, and yet it took me a bit longer than usual to get my copy of this classic Clarence Fock A New View movie from 88 Films delivered to my door. But thankfully the wait has been worth it because this looks absolutely stunning. Of course, last week or just before Christmas, I released a video of my release of my copy of The Iceman Cometh from Vinegar Syndrome, which ended in a catastrophe, of course, because once again I was unable to play this on any of my multi-region players. This lesson that I've learned from their copy of Righting Wrongs and The Iceman Cometh is that anything 88 Films are releasing that Vinegar Syndrome is already putting out there, don't buy, because it's going to be locked to their region. Even though some of their other Region A titles do play on my player, this one and Righting Wrongs just didn't do it for me. They didn't work at all, which is a shame because this is such a beautiful release. Now, that said, although I didn't get to see it, I'm guessing that it's going to be quite similar to what 88 are putting out there, although I do believe 88 are going to have put a lot more into this. A brief rundown on the history of this. I did have the Made in Hong Kong video release whenever it came out in the late 90s or mid to late 90s. I wore that out long time ago, of course. Then Hong Kong Legends released it on DVD, which was wonderful. It had been in my player for a long time and always was up until this point. Now I'll probably never go back to this. There was a number of extra features on here that were included on the Vinegar Syndrome release. And I no doubt I'm going to find them on this 88 Films release as well. But first of all, look at this. I talked about how Vinegar Syndrome really worked towards the reds on their artwork here, which isn't a colour that is highlighted throughout this movie so much. It is very much about the blues and the cooler colours, and sure enough, 88 Films have nailed it with this wonderful artwork from Sean Longmore. Once again, absolutely friggin' stunning, and I just love it. This is released, of course, in a deluxe box set, much like Armour of God, On the Run, Robotrick, Story of Ricky, that kind of thing, which comes with a book, poster and things like that. So I'm going to get through all that. But yes, here is the back, sorry, just to let you see. It is totally worth a look at. And there already seems to be a wee bit more on there than what Vinegar Syndrome were offering. So with this 88 Films Deluxe Edition box set of The Iceman Cometh, we have got a rigid slipcase with brand new artwork by Sean Longmore, a double-sided fold-out poster featuring new artwork and the original Hong Kong poster, 6 replica Hong Kong lobby cards, a 72-page perfect bound book with new writing by Matthew Edwards, plus rare archive stills and posters. Features on the discs include a stunning new 2K transfer from the original film negative, high definition 1080p presentation, of course, on Blu-ray, a newly remastered English subtitles. On disc 1, the Hong Kong version featuring Cantonese and classic English dub with a new English dub and audio commentary with Kenny B and Phil Gillen of the Podcast on Fire Network. Audio commentary with Hong Kong cinema expert Frank Jiang. A documentary, a featurette called On Thin Ice, which is an interview with director Clarence Fock, which I'm excited for. I am a big fan of his. The icing on the cake, Tony Raines on The Iceman Cometh, very good, a big fan of Tony Raines. Cold as Ice, David West on the Iceman Cometh. Warrior Prince, an interview with actor Yuen Biao, which is from the Hong Kong Legends DVD. Nemesis, an interview with actor Yuen Hua, which is, again is from the Hong Kong Legends DVD. The Time Warriors, opening and closing credits, which is its English re-edit and title back in the day when it was released. You have also got a before and after visual effects comparison, interesting. A Hong Kong Cantonese trailer, an international English trailer for the Time Warriors, and a Yuen Biao action showcase. Then on disc 2 we have the Taiwanese version featuring the 2.0 Mandarin and 2.0 hybrid Cantonese and Mandarin, 2.0 hybrid English Mandarin, audio choices and a reversible sleeve with original Hong Kong poster artwork. Wonderful. Okay, this is fantastic. So the Hong Kong version runs at an hour, 115 minutes, whereas the Taiwanese version runs at 127 minutes. So the Hong Kong Legends one runs for, okay, so this DVD runs for 109 minutes. And then with the Vinegar Syndrome release, I do believe they have released the same there. So you've got the both the Hong Kong cut and the extended 122 minute, 122. Ooh, hang on. Okay. So what's the difference here? So 122 minutes on their extended version, but 127 minutes on their extended version. Okay. Interesting. So theoretically, the Taiwanese extended version on the 88 Films release is already running 5 minutes longer than what Vinegar Syndrome have put out on their extended release. Okay. Okay, exciting already. This is going a wee bit higher for me on this one. We have got a different commentary on the Vinegar Syndrome one there, and an interview with the cinematographer, as well as the Hong Kong Legend DVD features on there. So yes, there are a number of extra features on here that already better that from Vinegar Syndrome, which I'm pretty pleased for, because for me it was a bit of a waste of money and I just paid to have this gorgeous artwork, unfortunately. Okay, getting into it, let's see, we slip it out there and it does come out with Sean Longmore's art on the front there, which again is just stunning, and there is, as mentioned, a reversible sleeve. Inside we've got the replica lobby cards here, and disc 1, as you can see, and disc 2. So the Taiwanese version is on disc 2, yes, and then the Hong Kong version and all the extras on disc 1. I'll pop out this sleeve first because I do want to flip it round. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is Sean's new artwork and the full cover, I have to say, because when I flip this round you'll see why. There isn't any text on the other side. It's basically put out 2 different versions there of the Hong Kong artwork. This one probably seen more so with the Time Warriors release of the movie whenever it was released in the West. And they both look pretty cool, but I have to say Sean's artwork is immense, and it definitely sells the movie about with everything that is involved in it there. Okay, I'll pop out these replica lobby cards, which is wonderful. I used to hate peeling this thing off now, but like, sure, what can you do? Okay, so very much like the Dragons Forever lobby cards, they're double-sided here, so I'm going to have to just share both with you, and hopefully you will be able to see it all pretty clear. On one side full color, and on the other black and white. Look at these. This is pretty cool though. Across the centuries, the war between good and evil can never end. It's very true. History repeating itself, or just wakening up to continue their battle. But yeah, it's a fun movie. A lot of people don't like it. I think it's a fantastic movie. I think it's definitely one of Yuen Biao's best movies. Could it have been better? Absolutely. Did Donnie Yen's and the team's adaptation and modernization of it make it any better? Absolutely not. In fact, it made the the original. This one even better, if you ask me, which is a shame. Of course it is an absolute shame. But I also think that a classic Hong Kong movie like this did not need to go back and be toyed with and touched and remade, if I am being honest. And I'll probably say the same thing about the new adaptation of Kung Fu Cult Master that is coming out, I think, later this year. But I'm excited for it all the same. So yes, very nice collection of lobby cars there. I will just pop them back in. And as I say, those discs look fantastic with the artwork and the photo from, or the still from the movie on the other one. Inside the box, though, we still have got... this is the part that really excites me, believe it or not. Even though seeing this movie in its extended version, cleaned up in 2K, is exciting enough. This poster is, for me, one of the highlights. And look at this. This is the reason why, because, oh my god, Sean, absolutely amazing. Fucking gorgeous. This is going to share the wall with the Tiger Cage poster, with the Dragons Forever poster, and others. It looks incredible. Wow. Now, had this been the original poster artwork when this movie first came out and was carried all over the world with it, it would have been a massive hit, I believe. This totally would have just absolutely drawn an audience. This is incredible. Very good. Compared to that, I mean, really, if I had seen this, I wouldn't have been as excited to go into the cinema and watch it. Had I seen this, I would have been going a few times, to be honest. This is just spectacular. Wow. Okay, not one of Hong Kong's finest moments of artwork, but definitely one of Sean's best. Friggin' amazing. Oh my gosh. Now I've just got to find space somewhere in this place. I'm going to have to, as I said before, start hanging things from the ceiling. Okay, inside there we still have got this wonderful book, 72-page perfect bound book, which looks amazing. That's again the artwork there for Time Warriors, and on the back here, again focusing more on the Time Warriors piece. I love that split. It's very comic booky looking. Absolutely would have been great if they had have perhaps promoted that movie with this kind of artwork as a comic book. Okay, let me get a quick glimpse through here. I don't know if we'll get through every page because I will have to pull the book apart just to see that, but this already is exciting me. This looks friggin-tastic. See, they're comparing Yuen-Hua's character to that of some Hollywood classics there, and falling down, especially with Michael Douglas. Wow, and Highlander. Of course, I mean, that was one of the biggest things it was, I suppose, put up against and sort of, I guess, paid a homage in some respect or stole ideas from, was Highlander. And it does have those moments, but it is definitely a movie of its own right, and as entertaining in its own right than those others that it is said to be like. I suppose A Kid from Tibet that Yuen-Biao directed around a similar time had the same kind of theme, and also had Yuen-Hua in there, but both enjoyable. And I, to be honest, I would really love to see 88 Films give A Kid from Tibet the same treatment as they have done with this, because it is a movie that deserves to be seen. It's a bit of a rarity these days, and I would love, for Yuen-Biao's sake as well, to see it get this treatment and respect as the Iceman Cometh has done here. Okay, so that is everything included in this wonderful deluxe edition. I now am going to go and treat myself to the full collection here. I am going to watch the full feature of the extended version because I've never seen it before. I'm very, very excited to get stuck into that. I'm going to check out the Hong Kong version, of course I am, and possibly with one of the audio commentaries, as well as all the extra features that are on there. Get back to you and let you know what I think. So, just back after checking out the 88 Films Deluxe Edition release of The Iceman Cometh on Blu-ray, and it was friggin' well worth the wait. Absolutely well worth the wait. I mean, without even having to watch the Vinegar Syndrome edition, because I couldn't compare the two in terms of quality. I'm guessing they're pretty much from the same print though. That said, the extra features on here probably, and the design of it and what's involved, stands miles ahead of the Vinegar Syndrome release, and for that I am glad, because I don't feel then I have wasted as much from getting that edition to this. Yeah, quality wise though, friggin' incredible. The picture looks amazing. I have never seen the movie look as good as it does. I did watch the full Taiwanese version as promised, and it was just fabulous. Made for a much better movie, I have to say. For me anyway, it made for a much better movie. And that's probably just because I was used to the Hong Kong cut and what I could see with that. And this was something a little bit different with some more extended scenes and it just came across a lot more enjoyable. It came across a lot more solid in places. I did watch the Hong Kong cut, mind you, with the audio commentary from the boys at Podcast on Fire. I had to remember who they were. That's right. Yes, which was again very entertaining to listen to, as they usually are. I have yet to go back though and watch it again with the commentary from Frank Zhang, which I will do eventually, because I do want to go back and watch it again. But yes, both prints of the movie were fabulous. I will, however, once I get through the other audio commentary, I think I'll always return to that extended Taiwanese version. It just felt like a much more of a fuller movie, a much more complete package there. In terms of the extra features though, quite a lot to enjoy here. The interview with director Clarence Falk, which I loved, ran for around 25 minutes, but definitely well worth the watch. This guy is a character. If you've ever seen any of his other movies or ever seen him in the movies, he is definitely a bit of a scene stealer, and a very enjoyable guy to listen to about this and his other movies in his career. With Tony Raines, this guy I could listen to all day. I love having him included on the Arrow Films Shawscope releases, the Shawscope sets. He's always a pleasure to listen to, and very, very informative, great sense of humour, and just knows a lot about the Hong Kong and Chinese film industry, which is wonderful to hear. His interview runs for about probably about 22 minutes, 23 minutes. Then you have got On Thin Ice, Cold as Ice, David West on The Iceman Cometh. Again, David West has been a feature on many 88 Films pieces. Here his piece runs for probably just between 19-20 minutes, and again some informative stuff there on the movie, but I can take him or leave him. Let's see, of course Warrior Prince and Nemesis come from the Hong Kong Legends DVD release. The Time Warriors opening and closing credits they're interesting. It's another extra piece if you're interested in that. I'm not really a big fan of these alternate English openings, but they're there, which is fine. The before and after visual effects comparison was an interesting one. It just eventually became kind of the same, but it was only 5 minutes long, so it didn't take a lot of time to get through. But it is cool to see. Again, some of it is of lower quality, and then when you put it up against the restored version, it's great to see how that cleanup works, or how it has worked. Sorry, I should say. It looks fan-friggin-tastic. So that runs for about 5 minutes, and then you have, of course, the trailers are in there, and the UMPO Action Showcase, which is and has been delivered. And it's in brackets on the menu there that it's mute. It's just completely silent. I don't know why. But it's there and it's silent. It runs for about 2.5 minutes perhaps, with there is clips from other movies there, but most of the action scenes taken are from Righting Wrongs, which I'm not complaining about. It's always a joy to see UMPO in action. But all in all, a fantastic piece. Really, really loved it. I'm so glad to finally finally have it, and happy to have this going out as my first video of 2023. But yes, definitely should be in your collection. An underrated classic. Thank God that the likes of Video Films and Vinegar Syndrome have seen that and pushed it out here in this glorious deluxe edition. So double thumbs up from me. Get it while it's hot, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for checking out another video here on Invincible Asia. Follow me on Instagram at Invincible Asia and at Movie Misfit. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber. Once we've reached 1,000 subscribers here on the channel, I'm going to be giving away an Invincible Asia t-shirt to one lucky winner every month. And you've more of a chance of winning the more you like those videos, the more you comment, because then I'm going to like you more and I'm going to pull your name closer to the top of the hat so you have more chances of winning.